Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. And please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. For today's video, we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. So what I wanted to do was take both of these beautiful babies and do two different eye looks for you. So this one here, I wanted to use only the Orgy palette so we can really see what it does. And I wanted to create a really soft, daytime appropriate look, just like a very much a contour to the eye, if you will. Something you could comfortably wear to work or anywhere else where you don't want too much of a bold look. And then for this side, my personal favorite side, I wanted to do a more bold evening look. And this is what I came up with. And I'm obsessed with the way it looks. I actually really love both eye looks, even though this one's more simple. Love the way they both turned out. So if you'd like to see a video of me doing two different eye looks using these two beautiful babies, then please keep watching. And before I forget, make sure you guys have entered to win my giant orgy giveaway. That sounds really weird to say, but please make sure to enter if you haven't already, guys. I'm doing a giant giveaway with a bunch of mystery items in a box. Every time Jeffree Star has a new launch or a mystery box, I do a mystery box of my own filled with Jeffree Star cosmetics for one lucky winner. So definitely, guys, if you haven't entered that giveaway yet, make sure you do. Click the link in the description section if you'd like to enter the giveaway to win. And yeah, guys, let's jump right into the tutorials. So as you guys can see, I've already have my base on and I don't want any shadow to fall. Like I mentioned in my review video, I can put that up here in case you guys missed it, but there's a lot less fallout with this palette. So it's not as required, but I just want to make sure it's nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And for that, I'm going to be using, of course, the new Luminous Magic Star setting powder in the shade Beige. All right, setting powder is on, so we're ready to dip into the palette. Now, when I posted my original video, I gave the critique that this top row here wasn't completely necessary, in my opinion, in the palette. And a lot of you in the comment section said it actually is super necessary because a lot of people will use these to set their eye before they go in with the shadow. So today we're going to be doing exactly that. I'm going to take my big fluffy blender. This is my Wayne Goss 16. Adore this brush. And we're going to go dip in here with Teach Me, and I'm going to put that all over both eyelids. All right, I've brushed that on. Now, in my opinion, I could do this with a translucent setting powder. I'm not someone that usually uses a shadow to set my base. I always go in with a translucent. So for me, again, not very necessary. Maybe if I wanted to use the palette for certain types of contouring or very matte looks and I wanted a very stark white, I guess I could reach into here and not have to reach into the other palette. Okay, let's jump into the eye look now. So we're gonna start with this side being the more daytime appropriate, very soft look. So I'm gonna start with this second row here. I'm gonna start with this blowout shade and we're just gonna go in and buff that pretty much all over the lid, but mostly in the crease. Okay, I don't see anything. So I think that shade was just a little bit too light for my skin tone. So I'm gonna go in with this bottom shade here and I'm just gonna put that into the crease. Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to use some circular motions as well as windshield wiper and just run that through the entire crease. Once we've taken that bottom shade to about here, we're ready to dip into our next color. That's going to be this cunnilingus shade here. Good Lord, Jeffree, these names. So we're just going to take that. I'm actually switching brushes to my Wayne Goss 17. This is a slightly smaller blender. What I'm going to do is just concentrate that on the outer corner. And we're doing tap, tap, tap on the ends here, and then we're just kind of running it through the entire crease. We just want to give this eye slight definition. I'm not going to be cutting the crease with this one, nothing crazy. I want it to be very soft and daytime. I'm going to buff that out a little bit with this blowout shade up here. I'm going to give it another try. I don't know why it ended up not really showing up. I don't know if it's the lights. Just to really make it nice and soft. For that, I'm switching back to the bigger blender. That is the Wayne Goss 16. We're just really running this through the crease. We are not going to take this too crazy. I want it to be more of a contoured eye look, and I am going to try to stick to just this palette. I personally love a shimmer in my eye looks. I don't feel like my eye looks are fully complete unless I do a shimmer. So for me, I feel like I will always use the palettes together. Actually, before we move on and do the matte color on the lid, I'm gonna make the outer corner just a little teeny tiny bit darker. For that, I'm gonna dip in with my Wayne Goss 19, and I'm gonna go into this Money Shot shade down here. We're just gonna slightly put that on the outers of the eye just because I want it to give me just a little teeny tiny bit more definition. I know that was very short, sweet, and simple, but we're pretty much ready to go now with what we're gonna be putting on the lid. So for that, I'm gonna be dipping into this stark white shade here, Vanilla Latex. It's actually not, it's like a very bright white. I think it'll look really nice on the lid. And I'm gonna take that onto a packer brush. This is my MAC 239. And what I'm gonna do is just literally pat that on. And now we're just gonna very slightly blend out the edges of what we laid out so it goes more into the rest of the eye look we've already created. And for that, I'm gonna be dipping in with my Wayne Goss 19 again, with no additional product. I'm just gonna very lightly blend what we just laid out with that Vanilla Latex into the rest of the eye. So that's pretty much it for the soft, more natural side. Now we are gonna be adding liner and lashes, but I'm gonna be doing that at the end when this side is also done. So now let's move to the spicier eye, the one that I definitely prefer more, and that's gonna be the bolder evening side. So for that, we're gonna first be dipping in again with a beautiful transition shade that's found in the 3rd row. So that's gonna be this knee pad shade here at the end. I'm gonna take that Wayne Goss 16 again, really work the product into my brush, tap off the extra, and we are starting off at the corner, doing kind of padding, and then we're doing circular as well as windshield wiper through the crease. So now we're gonna switch into a smaller blender. That's my Anastasia A25, and we're gonna dip into a darker shade. That is this Money Shot shade here on the bottom row. And I'm just gonna take that and we're gonna do it just like we've been doing. We're gonna go a little bit lower than what we laid down. I'm gonna pat that on. Oh, that one's a dark one. And then slight circular motions. And we are patting this. We're pretty much putting this on the entire eye. For this more dramatic side, I am going to be cutting the crease. So we want to make sure it's nice and depthy so that we get that vibe that we want once we cut it. To really help blend that color out into the rest of the eye look, just so that we don't have any harsh lines, I'm going to be going back in with knee pads, and I'm going to take a smaller blender. This is the Wayne Goss 17. I'm just going to very finely brush the edges of everything, just so that we make sure it's nice and blended. I'm using, as you can see, circular motions as well as windshield wiper. Okay, once we've taken it to about here, we're ready to cut the crease. For that, I'm gonna be going in with my MAC 242, and this is loaded up with some Tarte Shape Tape. So what I'm gonna do is do one swipe down, look up, see where that imprints, and start carving. Right, now that our crease is cut, we're ready to go in with our shimmer. I have to dip into the Mini Orgy for this look. Like I said, I can't see myself reaching for the palette without also reaching for the mini one. I personally just love a shimmer, so that's what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be going in with this gorgeous shade. That is the shade Frozen Fire here. Now, I don't know if you can see it on camera. This is such a beautiful duochrome. It looks a lot pinker, but in person, it's very rose gold. It is just stunning. Perfect for a bold eye look, in my opinion. So I'm gonna first go in with my finger and I'm gonna tap that on. I mean, look at that. Do you see how gorgeous that is? Like, wow. And then for the details, we're gonna dip back in with that MAC 242 and we're gonna go and get all those edges. All right, now that that shimmer is on, we're ready to meld the shimmer into the matte colors that we've already laid out. So for that, we're gonna dip back into the Big Orgy palette. We are gonna go in with that bottom shade here. We're gonna go in with a packer brush. That is my MAC 239. And I'm going to just tap along that line, just so we can help that blend. All right, that's been put on, and now to deepen that outer edge, we're gonna be going in with Glory Hole here, all the way at the bottom. For that, I'm dipping in with my teeny tiny blender. This is my Sigma E36. We're gonna make sure we tap off the extra, because we're just gonna get a whisper of the darkness. I just really wanna make sure we're getting that deep moment. So we're just going to very lightly brush this on the ends of the eye using teeny tiny circular motions, as well as rocking. Once we've reinforced that, we're just gonna blend it out a teeny tiny bit. For that, I'm gonna dip in with my Wayne Goss 20. This is a super small blender. I usually use it for lower lash line, but it really works well for the nice detailed blending. So I'm going to dip back into that bottom shade and just make sure that's nice and finessed out. All right, once we've taken the eye looks to here, we're ready to go in with our liner and lashes. Today, as per usual, I'm gonna be wearing my Too Faced Better Than Sex, but for the lashes today, I wanted to do something a little bit more simple and less in your face. So for that, I'm gonna be using my Kiss lashes in style Pompadour. Love these. These are a drugstore lash, guys, super affordable and apply if you're new to lashes. So I'm gonna quickly hop off camera, wipe off underneath my eyes, throw that on, and then I'm gonna jump back on to do the lower lash line with you guys. Guys, lashes and liner are on, and I did clean up underneath the eyes. So if you'll notice on this eye, I didn't make it a wing to make it less dramatic, a little bit more approachable, daytime friendly. So that's what we're getting on this side. For this side, I wanted to do a more dramatic wing. This is what I'm used to. This is definitely more of my kind of eye, but I definitely wanted to show how the palette was versatile. You could do daytime looks, nighttime looks, of course, with all of the different shades. I also love that I chose a less dramatic lash today. I feel like you can really see the eye looks that way, especially this side. I definitely think it's more appropriate for a more daytime look to do a softer, less in your face lash. So I love that. So let's do the lower lash line now. We're gonna start with the softer side. So I'm gonna dip in with my MAC 212. What I'm gonna do is go into this bottom shade here, just like how we use it in the crease for this look. And I'm going to just very lightly stamp it along that waterline, just like that. And you'll see it instantly gives you a little life to your eye. And then we're gonna dip into this knee pad shade here, which is slightly lighter, just to really buff that out. For that, by the way, I'm using my Wayne Goss 20. And that's how simple this side is. For the evening eye, we wanna make it a little bit more dramatic. So we're gonna dip in with that same brush, but we're gonna take this Money Shot shade here. And I'm going to just do the same thing we did on this side, but on this eye. So we're just gonna stamp just along the lower lash line. And as you can notice with this side, I brought the shadow a little bit lower just because we want it to be a little bit more dramatic. So now we're gonna blend that out. And for that, I'm gonna go in with this knee pad shade again on that Wayne Goss 20, and we're just going to smoke that out. And then to complete the lower lash line, we're gonna go in with a nude liner as well as some mascara. So now to complete the look on this side, this one we're pretty much done, but for this one, I wanna add just a little bit more pop. So I'm gonna take my inner corner highlight brush. This is my Sigma E46, and we're gonna dip into that champagne. I'm gonna put that on my inner corner. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for the looks. What I'm gonna do is quickly hop off camera, take these off, and come show you guys the final look. Okay guys, and these are the finished looks. Now, while my eyes are gravitating towards this deeper, bolder look, because that's just more my style, I can really appreciate how soft and demure and daytime appropriate this look is. It would be perfect for the office to just really enhance the way your eyes are as they are. As you notice on this eye, I stuck strictly to the Orgy palette, and this one was a combination of both. I personally enjoy using a combination of both so I can have some variety, but overall, really love both palettes, guys. Every single time I'm using them, I'm falling more and more in love with them. I'm so happy to have them in my collection. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you enter to win your very own Orgy mystery box. Now, what that's gonna include, I'm not gonna let you know, but it is going to be extra good this time. As I've said a million times already, you guys know that when Jeffree has a launch or he's doing mystery boxes of his own, I put together a mystery box filled with Jeffree Star Cosmetics for one lucky subscriber. So guys, if you haven't already, make sure you enter that giveaway. Make sure you click the link in the description section so you can go to the video to enter to win. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you like these two eye looks. If you want to recreate them, please leave me some comments down below. What did you guys think? Did you guys pick up anything from the brand new Orgy collection over the weekend? Definitely, guys, let me know. I love talking to you. And please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out when you guys subscribe. And I will catch you on the next video. Bye, guys.